猫 Hello? Hello, hello? Can people hear me? Is the audio good? How goes everyone? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hear me good? Background music too loud or anything? Hello, everybody. Oh, welcome to my totally first super scuffy stream ever. Haha, look at how awful my model looks and my terrible assets and look at that. I'm definitely a new streamer who has never streamed before in my life. Look at that. But no, welcome actually. So the reason why I'm sure some of you have wondered, like, oh, haven't you already debuted? Haven't you already started streaming? I'm like, yes, I have, and that's why I put debut in quotation marks. Yeah, imagine streaming, couldn't be me. Yes, it is an absolutely wonderful model, isn't it? But so that's why I put it in quotation marks, because I saw it as a formality. I never personally liked the idea of it, because like a lot of people like put so much emphasis on their debut, and they're like, oh, I gotta have all my assets and all my stuff ready and this and this and this and this and that, and it's basically boils down to you just waiting on other people to do a bunch of work for you, and that's not what I really wanted to do. But you see, this is what my first stream looked like, essentially, is what you're seeing on screen right now. So this isn't going to be, I guess, what you would call a typical debut. It's honestly going to be, how do I describe it? More like a season recap, if you will, of how I've gone from where I started and how I got to where I am currently, with however many followers on Twitter and so on and so forth. And I'm sure you're wondering what in God's name I put on the screen. Yes, I know it's horrifying. Graphics, it's terrible, isn't it? Oh, hello, thank you for the bits. Thank you very much. It's hiding behind my little stone slab. Yes, I have been doing some digging outside, and I found some magical stone tablets out there that describe my journey a little bit in very vague and unhelpful detail, actually, because I'm sure you're wondering what Cat, Hawaii, and Moai all have to do with each other, honestly. And I will tell you that. So one of the biggest questions I get a lot is, where did the Moai thing come from? Like, why did you choose it? Why the funny rock? And it's such a complicated story to tell, because it's something that snowballed over time that didn't exactly start like I didn't wake up one day as like, this is what I want my design to be. No, that's not what I did. I think the place that I can pinpoint where it began is when I was on vacation in Hawaii last November. Since August of last year, I had gotten into VTubers. I watched, I think it was Selen from Nijisanji. I found a clip of them and it was all downhill from there. It was just a downward spiral. Look at me now, crackhead, homeless, broke. Nothing to my name. And I've been watching those for a while, but I hadn't really gotten to like independent VTubers. I haven't really gone through Twitter. I haven't browsed Twitch for them. I just watched all the ones that were on YouTube, all the big corporates, and that was it. However, I think, I'm trying to remember the exact time frame for this. I think it was around October, somewhere around that time, is I started watching a couple of them, and one of them that I picked up is Anzui, or Anzu. She goes by either one. I found her while browsing Twitch while I was in Hawaii. This was while I was on Maui, and we had a very nice hotel. And one of the vivid memories I remember from this was just sitting by, the beach out there. I wish I had a picture to show you guys right now, but I don't. I mean, this tablet technology is very, very primitive. I can only give you basic imagery, but I remember watching her, and around that time I had found out about the moai emoji. I'm like, wow, this is like a really useful emoji because it's good at like... Thank you for the follow. Interrupting my thoughts. It's pronounced moai, yes, moai. The song is not quite accurate. But anyways, as I was saying, is I found the moai emoji and I was like, oh, you know what? This is really useful for like sarcasm and stuff. And so I started using it all the time. And while I was watching Anzu's, wow, you guys are just, you're not gonna let me talk, are you? I bet. Anyway, so while I was watching Anzu's stream, I was always using that in chat, and like suddenly, like that was something that she... Well, excuse you. Thank you for the Prime subscription. Yes, that is my sound alert for any subs that come in. God help us all if you guys start popping off with that. It's just gonna go crazy. But so one of the things that I did, I was always using that, and suddenly she like started to recognize me for that, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting, and I'm like, and it was because of that I started getting into more independent VTubers, and I was just like, wow, VTubers can really be fucking anything, can't they? Like, they can be a gun, they can be a garbage bag, they can be literally name an object, go into a dumpster, pull out an object. That's a VTuber now. Believe it or not, that is a VTuber. I am almost certain of it. And so I was like, I'm kind of becoming associated with this rock thing. Why don't I give it a try just as a joke? And I'm like, I'm just gonna pretend to be a VTuber on Twitter and as a rock, because wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be a really great shitpost if out of all these anime people that are around, they started simping for a rock instead of Big Titty What's-Her-Face number 337? Oh, that is an interesting statement, thank you. And I thought that as like a shitpost, and I'm like, okay, what do I need to do to pretend to be a VTuber? And I was like, well, first we need a model. And I was like, okay, moai emoji, boom, that's done, that'll work for now. But, and then I booted up OBS, I did a test stream, and this is literally what it looked like. I had the desktop PNG, I had this going on over here. I just literally had the emoji. It wasn't even like, a PNG or anything. Like, it was literally it was literally a PNG. There was no rigging to it at all. Like, it wasn't moving, it wasn't reactive to my voice, it wasn't anything. It was just static on the screen. But, and so that was my first year. I played Minecraft in horrible FPS. No, I wish I had a pair of boots. That would be funny, wouldn't it? No, I'm just a floating head. And so that's just kind of how everything got started. Then, this is where things start getting cool. Okay, I don't know what the hell Nightbot's doing. I don't know how to turn that off, so I'm sorry if it's dinging you for that, but so after I got this I had a little break from it because I don't really have the time to, but then I got some time in December, right? And this is what my overlay started to look like. This is the second tablet that I found that illustrates my, whoops, I'm not moving the wrong things here. Excuse me. Yes, this is the second tablet that illustrates our journey through here. During these small December streams were actually really important because, first of all, I had a couple viewers. They go by the name of V Graveyard. They are Gremlock, Monsoon, and Venora, and they always watch me, and they were part of what actually made it really easy to hit affiliate. My only problem with getting affiliate was the 50 followers. Everything else was actually very easy for me, which was very surprising, and I owe a lot to them, and I think it was because of them that they always showed up and hung out with me in these early streams. but that is what this coffin is over here. And during these streams, they helped birth the character Ed that we all know and love, you know? The emoji that you get for subbing here. The Ed emoji where he, and I quote, has 25 Uno cards shoved up his ass. Because I said he wasn't playing with a full deck of cards, and we now know where that deck of cards is. And one of the games I streamed a lot early on was Moai-kun, which is very on brand. I'm sure you saw me stream that the other day. Hi, Noble, welcome. But I'm sure you saw me stream that the other day. And that was something I played a lot, because I'm like, oh, haha, this is on brand, this is funny, because I'm like, to pretend to be a VTuber, I have to stream, right? So I guess I'll just stream for a little bit, and then I was like, oh wait, I can actually hit affiliate doing this. I can actually kind of make money off this, and I'm like, wow, that's very strange. So I started working towards affiliate, and there was a small break in December. This is a very important, this is the only time I will label something as an arc, is in December, the day, Christmas Day, I drove up to my cabin. And my cabin, to be vague, is located in the middle of nowhere. And when I say nowhere, I mean it is like a 40-minute drive to the nearest civilization. That is how far away it was, like, from anywhere, anything at all. Like, you had like a couple little buildings. Do I now? Thank you. But you had a couple little buildings like here and there, I think. But for the most part, there's just nothing out there. And this is in the dead of winter, mind you. So it is freezing cold, the middle of nowhere, with barely any internet. So I can't even watch streams, barely. So what do? I do nothing, but I just network my ass off on Twitter. Because by the time I had gone up there, I had already had my like head drawn up. Like, this is something that happened like very shortly before, you know, that Christmas weekend. I had drawn up my head, and this became my reactive PNG for that time being. And so I used that. I posted myself everywhere. I started doing, you know, random Moai facts of the day. Like, I'm sure the one that you've all heard is, you know, it's like, oh, there have been over 900 Moai discovered on Easter Island, and that's still a bigger number, or that's still a smaller number than what your bathroom scale says when your mother steps on it. Haha, funny, epic, funny joke. And I started just networking my ass off, and that's kind of how I made a lot of connections very early on, was that single weekend of just doing nothing but sitting on Twitter because I couldn't do anything else. So I was just stuck in like a think tank basically for like 5 days on Twitter. This is not, that came a little bit later. I should mention that. But, so that's how that went. I think after I came home, this is something I was going to talk about, is the slime that blocked me. So how that happened is, on New Year's Day, I made a tweet that my 2022 New Year's resolution is to become a menace to society. And so about 2 days later, I saw this guy's tweet. He's like, oh, you're a VTuber fan? Name every VTuber. And so because of the cabin arc, I had made a ton of connections to people, right? And I had seen that tweet. I'm like, you know what? Bet. And then I added every single one that I knew that I had kind of made a connection to during that weekend. And he was like, okay, fair enough. But then those friends of mine also started doing the same thing and tagging like a million VTubers. And suddenly, by the end of the thread, every time somebody liked or made another reply or something, it pinged 50 VTubers at the same time. At least 50. And so multiply that by all the VTubers that were there. I will figure out Nightbot later. I need to like fucking deal with that, because that guy's like dinging you guys. Now why don't I fix that right now? Midstream scuff, let's go. That's how debuts go. We always scuff immediately. Okay, Nightbot should be fixed now. You guys should be fine. Yep, that's how I got blocked, and because there were 2 people that were complaining about it, of getting pinged a million times, he saw it's like, okay, that's enough. I'm just gonna block everyone involved. That's the end of it. I'm gonna stop this chain of replies. But so that's how that went down, and everyone who I met through that thread was really cool. I met some really cool people through that head because we all thought it was hilarious. I met Aldous Blackfish, he's a really cool guy. I'm trying to figure out who else I met, but he's the big one that I met. And he's a really cool guy. You should go check out his streams as well. I need to take a drink. Oh. And so I just started streaming on and off since then. I used this overlay for quite a while. I think it wasn't until the end of January, the end of that month, that I made myself a proper model. And this is what that proper model looked like. I'm sure you've all come to know and love it. The original Moai 1.0 model. Animation stream, chill. Goodness gracious. But I'm sure you've all... Hello animation stream. Thank you for the sub. But I'm sure you've all come to know and love this model, right? Is the one that I drew myself because I draw everything. I made this overlay. I made this model. I made all these graphics all on my own. The only things that I did not make is this BGM, which was very recently made for me by Dingle in Space. God bless him. And the other thing is the Ed emote that I made. Or I didn't make it. It was actually Gremlock who made that. So she is very wonderful for making that for me. It wasn't... She actually made it a long time before I could actually use emotes on this stream. So yeah, we had to wait quite a while for it to use it. But once we did it, that was the first emote I put it up, and I'm glad it made it through. Yes, hello, hi, welcome to the stream, people. Yes, the BGM is very good. Like I said, I thank Dingle in Space for making this for me quite a bit. So this is the third tablet I have found. We had the learning stream, the first learning stream, which was about the Nazca lines. And that was very scuffed. There was a lot of stuff I think I got wrong with that. But generally speaking, I think it went well. I should mention, I'm not a professional teacher. I'm not licensed to teach. I just like spreading the knowledge of history with people. So that's just kind of why I like doing it. Excuse me. But anyway, so as I was saying, that was the first stream, and like a lot of people seem to like that, and I would love to try and do this more in the future. But I think it's a lot of work, and I need to do a lot more research and be more concise with the topic. I think the next one I am going to do is about the Olmec heads, just out of formality. Depending, I should put an asterisk here. Depending on if I get to that before Easter, because I do have a stream planned for Easter Day, the day of Easter, and I'm going to do it on Easter Island, just the history of the Moai, because I think that would be very perfect. So a lot of people like that, and like that was the start. It's like I started to really form an identity for myself. And so this graphic right here is, I met a wonderful friend. Her name is Peach Tanuki. She is actually from Japan. Apparently she was watching my streams for quite a while before we actually got into contact. It wasn't until I opened my Discord server that I saw that, like, oh, I can contact this person. And then I said hi to them, and we hit it off immediately. And they were the first person I collabed with. I watched their debut. I think you guys should all go check them out. I'm part of their lore because they live in my backpack. But again, they're a really fun person to be around, and I hope to collab more with them in the future. And then there is the 1000. That is the Japanese symbol for 1000. Yes, I do have a Discord. It is linked right below. It is in the socials link. right under bird stuff. And so there is the 1,000 mark for that. And when I hit 1,000, I felt like everything changed. Like I had promised to do this stream when I hit 1,000, but it's like I felt like everything changed for that. Like suddenly, like I was popping off on Twitter everywhere. I was talking to people. Oh, a voice request? Thank you. Wingtail is buggers. Yes, interrupting me. Wonderful. But I mean, this stream is just pure scuff. It's just for fun. It's not meant to be this big formal thing that I'm supposed to do. I'm just hanging out with you guys. I'm just a dude. That's another thing I wanted to point out is that, like, remember what I said at the start? I was pretending to be a VTuber. Oh, hello. That's a familiar face. Welcome. Yes. Thank you for the congratulations. But yeah, when I hit 1,000 on Twitter, like, that was a huge thing. And I felt like I was making connections with a lot of people. I was talking to them. Like, there's a lot of inspirations that, like, got me here, I think. I will answer questions at the end, by the way, just to make that clear. I know it says AMA. I will do that at the end. But there's a lot of inspiration. There's Invicta EN, which is all the Jovru models that got together. They formed like a little group, so to speak. Not quite a corporation, but just their own like little startup group together. And they're really cool. That's part of why I decided to make Moai a buff dude. That's part of the inspiration of why I made this model. It's like, oh, hey, that's really funny. I wanted to do that. But yeah, so it has been quite a journey from... Well, thank you, Sleepy Chess. It has been quite a journey from here to now. I met a lot of cool people. Ledifer VT is also a fantastic person. They are way too modest about themselves. I think you should all go give them plenty of love. I love their voice. I love watching their streams whenever I can catch it, even though it's at terrible times. But, like, that's part of why I like being here, is because growing up, I was very outcasted in school. I did not, like I was not liked in school growing up. Like, I was just a weird kid when I was very little, and then even though I stopped being weird when I like got older into high school and stuff, I was still outcasted because that reputation just kind of stuck with me. And so I always felt like I never really belonged anywhere until I got here, and then people started to really appreciate me and what I did in this community. And that makes me ever grateful for all of you guys. But what was I gonna say? Yes, there is another Rockman. Hello. But thank you for the bits. Goodness gracious. Thank you. Yes, it's definitely not weird at all. But trust me, it's gonna get even better. I can guarantee you that. There will be history coming up very shortly here, as soon as I recollect where I was gonna go with this. But yes, like, this is kind of a story of just, like, fake it till you make it, basically, for me. Thank you for the rig donation, very much so. Oh my god, stop. Are we gonna have a hype train? Good lord. Hello, Pink Justice. Thank you for coming. Oh god, it doesn't stop. Oh god. This is getting a little crazy here. Oh god, it doesn't stop. Well, this is a good time because I'm trying to remember my thoughts here. As let's let this hype train play out. You're gonna hear this sound alert a lot. Very... Thank you, thank you. Yes. But it's gonna get even better shortly here. Because in preparation for this debut, I made all new overlays for you guys, and I think they are phenomenal. I feel like I have kind of outdone myself. I think I will switch to them shortly here. Yes, I have called upon the hype train, unfortunately. But it is quite a crazy hype train. And so this is where we get to the new model, because like I always drew with a mouse, and I was never like really like I like to draw, but it was always very difficult for me. But it's like being in here was always very. Oh Jesus! Being in here, that was a very loud. I don't know, but hold off on it for now. I mean, I swear like a sailor, to be fair, so I guess it's probably rated mature. I guess. But I would hold off on that for now. But like I said, my drawing I was never really good at, but like being here, like it like motivated me, because it's like, oh, I have to do this now. I have to, make an overlay. I have to make an asset. I have to draw my own model. I have to do everything myself. I have to make my logo. I have to build myself from the ground up. And that is why I'm kind of proud to be here, because all of this is my own work. This model, this overlay, my streams, like besides like very few things, which I'm grateful for, like the BGM and the emote, like I'm very proud that it's like I built myself here. Like this is something I accomplished myself, because a lot of my life it's like I feel like I've always only gone for, it's only good enough, right? Like I felt like I've only done things good enough, like only to an acceptable degree. But here it's like I feel like I have finally like truly succeeded at doing something on my own. Like I have done it with flying colors to that end as well. And for that, I'm thankful for all your support for helping me get here as well, because I wouldn't have done it without you guys. But I think it's time to show you what my new overlay looks like. It's not super detailed, but I think there are a couple small details that I would like to educate you on. Welcome to this new overlay. Ignore all these random images here. This is here intentionally. You can see my wonderful, beautiful new model that I crafted myself from the ground up. Like, I was really motivated to draw and get better at it, and I learned how to do muscles. And like, you can see the difference in anatomy. Here, I'll switch back to my other model here really quick. Whoops, I do not want to unanchor that. You can see kind of the difference here. Like, the difference in the sheer anatomy difference here is incredible. Like, this versus this, like, the thing that got me away with this first model is, like, it looked like my anatomy was so bad that it actually just looked like he was made out of rocks, and that unironically worked for me, you know? That unironically, like, helped me, like, not feel like it was super terrible. But, like, eventually it's like, you know, I wanted to redo it. I wanted to do it properly. Yes, there is a lot of improvement. But anyways, so there are some things that I want to show you with this new overlay. Yeah, it's technically gold, although it was still supposed to be orange, but it started looking gold. I'm like, you know what? Let's roll with it. Let's roll with the gold. But so the first thing is this chat box over here. I'll kind of move you guys out of the way so you can see this properly. Is you'll notice it bears, that's not what I want to grab. Streamlabs, please. You notice it bears a resemblance to this rock right here. Does anyone in chat know what this rock is? If I've told you already, you're not allowed to answer. So I've told this to some people already. Do you guys know what this rock is? Oh, thank you for the nice feet comment. Yes, I have actual feet in this new model. Thank you. It's not just a rock, it's a boulder. That would be the Rosetta Stone. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So the Rosetta Stone is a stone that was excavated, and it is what has allowed us to translate Egyptian hieroglyphics. This was the key to all of it. There were 3 languages inscribed on this. This was a royal decree. The first 2 languages were Egyptian hieroglyphics and Demotic, and the third one was ancient Greek. And so, for the longest time, we didn't know hieroglyphics. We almost lost that completely to time. And so, we had never been able to figure out or make much headway until we found the Rosetta Stone. And the Rosetta Stone, because we knew ancient Greek, And we figured out, oh hey, these three languages, these three inscriptions all say the same thing in three different languages. So using that, we were able to transcribe this little top part area based on what we knew of ancient Greek down here. But so that is unlocked knowledge for the ages, and you can see I remade it as a chat box. I'm very proud of how it turned out. I made it myself, of course, as I do everything. But there's something a little bit different about this chat box. You see, it's not Egyptian hieroglyphics here. It is something completely different. It is Rongo Rongo, the native written language of Easter Island. It is writing or proto-writing. We don't exactly know which, but it is untranslated. So this is literally just a bunch of gibberish that I basically wrote on here, for all we know. Who knows? It could be the actual words from God. It could be my grocery list from last week. You decide. Vote in the comments now. But I even made sure to flip every other line of text, because that is how Rongo Rongo works, is that each line is flipped upside down. So this is right side up, this is upside down, this is right side up, this is upside down, and so on and so forth. That is how the Rongo Rongo is written. So I made sure to do that, and there's a lot of detail in it. I will post the full thing in detail on Twitter later tonight, after the stream is over. But that is something I'm very proud of. I think it works really well as a chat box up here. And the second thing I want to go over is the socials button. So something, just a cute little idea that I thought of is, first of all, let's hide the Rosetta Stone over here so we don't have this messy overlay. Let's hide that. So we had this, and then we had Rongo that we need to hide. Yes, there we go. Yes, the Rosetta Stone is, we went over that. So I was like looking at my socials, and it's like, I need something like that for one of my streams. I need to like kind of fill up some of this dead space here. And I'm like, okay, I can just put all my little social links in one little corner. And so I found like a little rock tablet thing, and I traced over it. There's nothing really important about this one. But I was like, you know, we always call it bird app. I'm like, what bird? Bird. The Nazca lines. There's a bird in the Nazca lines. And so instead of, you know, like the little Twitter symbol, I put the Nazca bird in there. And the Nazca lines are, for those of you who don't know, are located in Peru. They are giant etchings in the ground. You cannot see them at like ground level. You have to be up in an airplane to see the entire thing in its entirety. Like, this is a bird's eye airplane view. Like, they are enormous. Like, bigger than you can even think, honestly. So I decided that instead of like the, you know, like the little bird symbol, I could do the Nazca lines. And I think that that is perfectly on brand for me. It's perfectly on theme. It fits very well with this overlay. Yes, I think that's all I have to go over on this one. Let's go over to my just chatting screen, which actually, yes, actually on the just chatting screen, you can see my chat box in detail here. I'll move you guys out of the way so you can just get a good look at that right there. Yes, this is my just chatting screen that I made. Thank you for the follow. I am blocking that. Should probably fix that. Move that right up over there. Oh yeah, Yes, the sandbird from Mario Sunshine. That is quite a wonderful memory. But yes, you can see my magical word tablet. You can see all the like little detail I put into this. It's like, it's an art piece in and of itself, and I'm just using it as a chat box. But yeah, so I think that's all I had to say on that. But now, instead of looking to the past, we will look towards the future. Is where am I going to go from here? I think in the future, I am, first and foremost, I'm going to start posting schedules. That is something I'm definitely going to do at some point. Yeah, Sigilif is definitely based on that. Absolutely. Because I think I'm going to make a schedule at some point. It won't be next week, because next week, I have a new PC coming in. We will no longer be on the stone PC, everybody. We will actually be on a legitimate gaming computer that's not a box of rocks from 6 or 7 years ago. It's actually going to be something, you know? Like, I can actually play games and not potato FPS. I can actually play the games I want to play for you guys. I'm gonna have a lot more fun on stream because of it, without having to worry about like all this processing issue. I think that's part of it. I think it's the graphics processing and like, thank you, Crazy Potato, for the drink redeem. However, I will say, because of the fact that I had to, you know, drop a lot of fucking money on this new PC, I don't think I'm going to be able to rig myself, like pay somebody to rig me. So that is why I have opened up a Streamlabs donation. You can find it down below to help me get rigged. I will try and contribute myself at some point, but generally speaking, it's a lot of money to get rigged. You guys know this. You're all VTubers like me. Like, you know the price of getting a rig. Thankfully, I've already drawn my model, so I can discount that from the cost, but even still, it's like multiple hundreds of dollars. And that's pretty crazy. That is why I have opened that up, and I'm hoping to get rigged in the future. I hope to play a lot more games for you guys. I'm gonna try and play Minecraft on my own. Yes, Crazy, but we can't all be like you. You do a very good job with yourself, though. I will say that. Yeah, it is very expensive, but who knows? But it's like, I was thinking, you know what? If I'm gonna get myself rigged, I want to pay for it by making content for you guys. Like, I want to self-sustain this hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to like just pay for it all out of pocket. Like, I want to earn it, if you get what I mean. Yes, the struggle of drawing your own model. I'm sure some people know it. Some people here draw their own model. Some people, you know, have their model made for them, and that's perfectly okay too. I think, VTuber or not, like, if you draw models for people, you're doing God's work. You are bringing characters to life that couldn't be brought to life otherwise, and artists should get a lot more appreciation than I think they do. Like, I am very, like, because I've always struggled with drawing throughout my life, I am very thankful to a lot of artists that have helped me, and, like, I make sure to show my gratitude whenever possible. It's okay, as long as you draw it over and over again, that's fine. It's like, because like I said, like, drawing is very difficult to me. I draw with a mouse. I don't draw traditionally, and therefore it's a lot more work for me. Like, I only draw when it's something I need to do. Like I said, like, when I need a model, when I need to do overlay. Like, I don't usually draw for other people. Sometimes if I'm like in a good mood, or it's like, this is something I need to do for them, you know, I need to thank them somehow, I'll draw for them like that. It's okay, you'll get there someday. Just use the square tool. That's the thing about digital drawing, is that you don't need to know how to draw a square. You can just use the square tool. Like, digital drawing has made drawing and, you know, being creative in art so much more accessible than it's ever been. Thank you for the bits, Mooks. Yes. Thank you for the bits, Mooks. Mooks, very much appreciated. But anyways, as I was saying, where was I? My train of thought, the bits. They've ruined my brain. They've stolen my brain cells. Good lord. Yes, I'm thankful to all of you who came out tonight. This is... Instead of doing like a formal debut, I was just like, I kind of wanted to be kind of a love letter and like a thank you to you guys for helping me get this far in general. Like, if you know what I mean. Mummy Mortem, holy crap. Go to bed, dude. Mortem, go to bed. What time is it for you? It's like the middle of the night, 3 a.m. Thank you for the Prime for the subscription. Thank you. Thank you so much. You are a wonderful person. You have supported so many people. It's kind of crazy. Like, you are part of what helped me and what has helped so many other people, like, get to where they are and where they need to be today. That's why I always support VTubers, because it's like, even if it's just supporting them out of obligation, by supporting them. So I'm gonna go off a little tangent, but it's like, I always like shout out and support VTubers to help push them to get to their goals, right? I always try and push them to get to their goals. And people are like, oh, you're just supporting them because you're a friend. It's like, do they really deserve these follows? So I'm like, I think they do, because by just following them out of, like, you know, as a favor, like, by giving them numbers, by giving them, helping them build a platform to speak on, by having you guys support them, that is going to in turn have them reach people they otherwise could not have reached outside of your reach or my reach. Like, if it isn't for all of us building each other up, we wouldn't be able to like reach people like outside the VTubing community, you know, like outside Twitch, like across other platforms, like just random people who just enjoy watching streamers. Like, that is how we reach those people, is by building and supporting each other. It all starts internally, and then we get support externally. That's just how it goes, and that's why, as VTubers, we need to support each other as much as we can. Because as it stands, like, we're niche. That's the long and short of it. We as VTubers are niche, you know, content creators. Like, we're not, as much as we like to think we are, as much as we feel very centralized with each other. Like, we have big VTubers like, I don't know, Bao, for example, or the HoloLives. Like, if you compare their numbers to like actual streamers, like, they just can't even compete. Like, only at like the highest echelon is like like HoloLive can they compete with like regular streamers. And then it's like us, like all of our VTubing streaming is like we're niche, so we need to support each other to reach those people outside the community. And it's like, that's why I'm just like, oh, it's like, oh, I want to push this person to get to their goal, because by pushing them to their goal, that also encourages them to keep going forward and to keep making content on their own. Like, because they see that they're getting support, it's like, oh, I'm encouraged, you know, go and try my hardest for these people that are suddenly supporting me. And that's kind of why I do it. Like, you guys have given me a home, and I in turn want to give that back to you people. That's basically the long and short of it. I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I mean, that's kind of what this stream is, honestly. I didn't even have a script. I just had those 3 tablets I found in my backyard. They weren't even on Easter Island. They were just in my suburban backyard. I dug them up. I don't even think they're real. I think they might be made of plastic. Ugh. Yes, making the word community actually mean something is definitely a good goal to have. Like, it's part of also why I want to unite the Japanese community with the EN community. That's something else I want to talk about, is because I'll go back to HoloLive, for example. Like, if you're like the HoloLive people, like, if you're an English watcher, you're still gonna know people like, oh, what is it? Well, like Pikura, for example. Like, even if you're English, you're still gonna be Pikura. Yes, we do need to make that collab happen. Like, you're still gonna know Pekora or Rushia, God rest her soul, or Marine. Like, you're still gonna know those people even though you don't even speak the same language. Hell, some people who are English and don't speak Japanese still watch their streams just because they enjoy it, because they know it. They have that branding, they have that connection. Or likewise, if you're a Japanese VTuber, like, you're gonna know Kiara, Ame, Mori Calliope, or Gura. And it's like, those Japanese people might not know English, but they're still gonna watch them and like make fan art for them. But the thing is, once you get lower into the echelons, like indie VTubers, they don't have that luxury. They don't have that access to that whole entire other pool of like viewers. And I think that's kind of a tragedy. Like, that puts us at a disadvantage immensely. Yes, but thank you for the water drink, both of you. I see you're trying to stop me from rambling too much. So that's why it's kind of my mission statement to unite the two communities, to help support each other, because already through doing this, I have found so many good resources. Like, I found an entire like free website just dedicated to free assets that VTubers can use for whatever. and also further solidifies our community and connects it. There's one that I've been supporting is Ringyo VT. You've seen me retweet her stuff on Twitter all the time. She's very sweet. She works her ass off. She streams almost every day. But yes, that is another thing. I think the internet is slowly leaning into VTubing, slowly but surely, because I think the thing about VTubing is that unlike the past, there have been like getting into content creation is so difficult. Like before, like when you were on YouTube back in like the early 2010s, like the early 2000s and the early 2010s, you know, like when like Minecraft first came out and like Minecraft VTubers, like not Minecraft VTubers, just regular YouTubers actually. Like Yogscast, for example, or those people, or PewDiePie, or name a YouTuber that's huge now, is like, it was very difficult to get into that because unlike VTubing now, they didn't have a community. Like content creators didn't have a community of people like we do as VTubers. Like FleshTubers didn't have that. And like if you're just some kid that's like 16 years old, it's like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. It's like, where do you start? Like, where do you start with that? Like back in the 2010s, like before content creation really like took off, like online, like VTubing took off. Like, where do you start as like little baby Edward who wants to become a Minecraft YouTuber and do his Minecraft Let's Play? Like, where do you start with that? Like, how do you reach an audience? How do you network? How do you connect with people? There were just no resources for people back then. But now, like, as VTubing becomes at the forefront and we all share resources with each other, it's like we have OBS, we have Twitch, we have Twitter hashtags that help connect with each other. We have just friends who will come and watch our streams. We have raids. We have we have so many resources now that it makes it so easy to get into content creation these days. Like any old schmuck like me could do it. Like I'm just some dude. I'm not an actual rock on Acer Island. Immersion break. I'm just some dude in the Midwest, and I was able to get into content creation fairly easily, and I reached an audience, and I put myself out there. Like, think about how many people in the past have, like, failed, who could have been huge as VTubers, who failed as FleshTubers back in the past. Like, think about that. There are probably so many. Do you think there should be a divide between us and FleshTubers? I don't think so. I think as long as, like, things stay professional and, like... CJ, Anisha, thank you for raiding. Welcome. We're currently talking about community and outreach. Thank you for the raid. How was the stream, everybody? Welcome. Oh god. Yes, say hello to my Vine Boom sound. You can look at my overlays while we're here. This is my just chatting screen. And I'm finally using my new model properly. Yes, hi, hello. Yeah, I think also... How do I word this? I think not just FleshTubers, but I think corporates as well. I don't know, this has to be on their end. They have to be the ones to do this. I'm sure if they wanted to, they could, but I think corporates need to, like, mesh with indie VTubers more frequently. I know Niji Sanji already does it plenty. Yes, thank you for lurking. But I think there are some that do want to reach out to us, though. I had a whirlwind of experience. I know some of you who I've talked to know exactly what I'm talking about. I had a wild fucking ride these past 12 hours. Oh, Rockstar Energy sponsor? That would be crazy good. Yes, they have mastery of all pro defensions. Yeah, FleshTubers have so much more than we do. But the thing is, I think by being a VTuber, you have creativity through constraint. Like, I've seen so many crazy streams. Like, they're from a corporate VTuber called Nananan. She has some of the most, like, she has pushed the boundaries of, like, what I thought, like, a VTubing stream could be. Like, she has these crazy ideas, these skits, these setups that it's just, like, I wouldn't even have thought of could have happened. And that's why I have massive respect. Like, she... How do I describe it? Like if the world was ending and she still had an internet connection, she would still try to stream to people. That's basically the long and short. Like, I've seen all of her stuff. I've seen her fight through every like little like audio like error and internet error. And it's like she has the perseverance of a champion. So I definitely look up to them quite a bit. I don't know where I got with that tangent, but I just wanted to put that out there. Yes, there is so much talent and personality in VTubing, and that's exactly what I was saying earlier, is like I said, it's so easy to get into content creation. You can suddenly find all these like people who didn't have a platform before. They suddenly have a platform to broadcast themselves. These people could be huge people that have just been waiting for an opportunity to, you know, show their stuff to the world, but they haven't had an opportunity until VTubing made it accessible. Yes, exactly. Like, everyone can be themselves without fear because VTubing is also very anonymous. That's also a big thing. Yes, it is. It is very nice to like be able to play a character and have all this mixed stuff going on. Thank you for the water redeem. I'm almost out of water because you guys have been drowning me. Oh god. I'm almost out of water. Peace. Oh, the drowning has begun. I think Nikki knows a thing or two about getting drowned. Drink the bathwater, the gamer girl bathwater. Drink it. Thank you, Mummy Mortar, for stopping by, even though it's literally like 4 a.m. for you. Very much appreciated. Yes, that is definitely true, Mooks. You're, yes, thank you, Zex, for the compliment. I made it myself. Yes, you live in, Southeast Asia, right? I think? Is that correct? I think just based on your time zone, I think that's what it is. Man, you guys are reminding me I need to put fucking cooldowns on this. Good lord, stop. Oh god. But yeah, yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about, Mooks. That's for sure. Yeah, they follow the idle formula, which I think, ironically, the idle formula for streaming is very poor. I think it only leads to issues. I think we all know the Rushia situation. I won't go too much into that, but we all know what happened with that, and that was because of the idle formula. It wouldn't have happened if they just let people be more open. Simply put, like, people need to respect that we are characters, but we're also real people behind these characters. And I think like that's something that people forget. Like, we're not objects. We're people still. Yes, we're just going off on tangents, Citrus. Welcome. I'm just talking about, you know, anonymity, and it's like the idle formula. I'm not getting too much into the drama. I'm just saying that I think the idle formula doesn't work for VTubers, and I think that should be changed. That's really all there is to it. But oh, where was I going with this? I was going somewhere. I was going crazy, possibly. That is definitely a very strong chance that I was going crazy. Yes, this is just the tangent stream right now. Yes, the online disinhibition? What are you talking about? Those are big words that I'm not ready to parse right now. Oh no. Perchance. That's quite a boomer word, isn't it? Are you a VTuber, perchance? we go tea and drink biscuits and drink biscuits. What am I doing? You can't drink biscuits. I mean, technically you could if you heated them up to liquid point. That is definitely a possibility. How hot do you need to go to drink a biscuit? Yeah, oh yes, that. Yeah. Liquid biscuits. Eat tea and drink biscuits. That's what's happening now. Yes, have a good sleep, cat. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, I am a great pillar. Thank you for the pun. Very funny. Speaking of community, something that I wish bigger VTubers would do is to not be afraid to talk to people. Like, I understand that there's a lot of people that probably want to talk to them, but at the same time, how do I describe it? I feel like Yes, I'm drinking biscuits. Eating tea and drinking biscuits. Yeah, I think like bigger VTubers need to not you don't need to be a professionals. You're not held down by a corporation. You don't need to mimic them. There's no real reason to. You can still be yourself and just talk to people. Like, you don't need to feel like you need to hold yourself to like this idol standard. Just kind of going back to what I was talking to. We need to unify as a community, like big and small alike. It is a very odd phenomenon, though. I think it's... Oh, you know what that makes me think of? You guys know that old image that circulates around? It's like the Japanese say you have three faces. The one you show the public, the one you show your friends, and then your true self that you don't show to anyone. I think the online anonymity thing, I think that's the third face. The third face that you don't normally show to anyone is like, that is what we're seeing being shown to people now. Is like the true embodiment of the self. Also love that the background music just has an occasional vine boom in it. That is very wonderful. It's like, I also think that people need to stop being like afraid to talk to people. Like, the worst thing that they could say is like they cannot respond or just say no. Like, there's really nothing bad that you can do as long as you're not like legitimately pestering them. Watch a VOD? A VOD of what? Are you watching my VOD? The VOD of what's happening right now as we speak? Yes, you probably can go back and watch that. I mean, yes, you did talk to me one time, and that was very nice. I like hearing from people. It makes me happy to get DMs from people. You did? Thank you for the 69, haha, funny, epic. Speaking of drawing, I was actually planning on making an art tag later. Do you guys have any suggestions for art tags? I'm sure I could come up with a number of Easter Island puns, but it would be awesome to see you guys come up with something. Wow, I'm just losing my words here. Mo. Just hashtag Mo. Incredible. Although I think that's probably already taken for something. Whoops. Not me dropping my water. Polyglyph? I know what you're talking about, Hiddenness. I saw those when I went to Hawaii. I saw the polyglyphs. That was something I went to go see. Artster Island, that's pretty good. Yes, hydrate the desk. I don't think you can hashtag emojis, plus it's not the easiest thing to do. Especially if you're at a computer, it's harder to do an emoji. More effort. Yes, that's how those are actually pretty cool. That's how there was something I remember reading on like one of like the little like informational plaque things. It was like, oh, they put like intestines in this like little circular carving in the ground. I'm like, what the hell did they do back then? It was something very strange and weird. I don't remember exactly what it was. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know. I'm probably completely wrong about it. Moart? It's almost like Mozart. Almost. Moart, more problems. Interesting, that might be a good one. Hang on, I need to like write these down. Hang on, let me pull up like a little notepad thing. Okay, what do we have? Polyglyph. I might have to like add to that one, because that one probably already has things on it. Artster Island. Letty, hi, welcome! I'm so glad you could make it. I was talking about you earlier and how everyone should go follow you and how you have a wonderful voice. Yes, yes, new model. Anyways, right now, Letty, we are discussing about art hashtags, and I'm trying to figure out one. I'm looking for suggestions. I don't think I could claim the rock. I think it's already claimed. It's already claimed, I think. That's absolutely not one that's... Speaking of, I joked... A wee snake? That is a wee snake. I know who that is. Welcome. Yes, I'm thinking of an art hashtag. I need a name for it. Right now, I wonder if I can like put this on screen somehow. Let's see if I can put this on screen. Let's go back to the this real quick. Let us hide that. Then we will hide. Thank you for subscribing, Hiddenness. Stuck between a rock and a hard place? Yes, thank you. I need to see if I can pull this up on screen here. That's fine. Window capture properties. WordPad. There we go. That works. Let's blow this up here. Oh, we got to put that behind the overlay, though. Thank you for the gifted sub. Holy crap. Good lord. We had a hype train earlier, and I'm scared. Yes, these are the suggestions that we've had so far. Hang on, let me move this up just a little bit more. Where is it? Which one is it? This one. There we go. Move this up here. Oh, that's not what we want. Whoa. Scuff, scuff, scuff. Let's go. There we go. Art hashtags. Eastart Island. I think we will come up with the names for the hashtags here. And then after I pick a couple of them, I'll put them on. Yeah, the hashtag might be too common. That was my thing, is I might have to like add to it. But like I was saying, the dot at the end of what is ominous? The dot at the end of what? I'm scared. Yeah, these are a couple. Anyways, as I was saying, I think we're gonna come up with a couple here, and then we will hold a vote on Twitter later once I like pick a couple ones that I think are really good, that could work really well. So I don't think I need any other hashtags really, except I think the art tag is the only one I really need. Like, what would we add to polyglyph? Moiglyph, maybe? Moiglyph might be a good one. Yes. This Moiglyph might be a really good one. That might be a big contender. Slash Moiglyph. There we go. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't. Well, I mean, I kind of do teach history, albeit very illegally. I'm not licensed. So technically, if you think about it. Moai Wowie? What? Are you suggesting that as a tag animation stream? Yes, I do really like Moiglyph. That is a very strong contender. If we find another really, really good one besides Moiglyph, we'll hold a vote. But I think right now that's like the lead one. Yeah, see, when I name things, I always just name it Jeff. Like, I will just name it Jeff until I think of something else. But I can't do that for a hashtag, unfortunately. Like, whenever I play Pokemon or whatever, like, I'll name it Jeff until I get to the name raider and I think of something better. So I have, like, a really good nickname by the time I think of something, so I don't have to, like, think of something on the spot. My name Jeff. Yes, that's exactly why. Dingle gets it. Dingle knows. Yes, thank you for coming by, Hiddenness. Yes, what can I say except you're welcome? It's okay, Bella. Yes, like I said, I'm gonna be streaming more in the future, probably. I'll try and actually, like, have a schedule after I get my new computer set up, of course. So it'll probably be, what week will that be? That will be the week starting the 27th, I think. Oh, you have a new keyboard. Is that it? Oh yes, that's definitely a good way to name things. Is the good old gibberish mode. Anyway, art hashtags. Like I said, I think Moiglyph wins for now. until we come up with something better later. Oh, I cannot type at all. Yes, like I said, like that's the big one. Unless we come up with like a really, really good one that competes with that, I think it's gonna be Moai Glyph. That way I can have an artist hashtag. Because like I said, like I save every single piece of art, but I don't think like sometimes they slip by and it's like sometimes it's like I forget to save it or something. Or it's like that way we can label all my art and I can go find it and save it if I forget to save it when I do. Because I appreciate the hell out of art. Like I will save every single tiny doodle. Like I'll show you one that I saved that's like just to give you an idea. Where is it? I have to actually pull it up here. Pictures. This one. I even saved something like this. I save every single little piece of art I get. Just out of principle because of how much I appreciate it. Because I know that for me, art isn't always a fun process, and it's like, for somebody to draw me, is like, that says to me that you have suffered for me. And that is a million words in one. Yes, we can keep him. What should we name him? We already have Ed. We could actually turn this into a little channel mascot, actually, now that I realize it. Could this be the second incarnation of Ed, or is it going to be something different? Is this the birth of a new Ed? The next Ederation? It was like, the thing about Ed, though, is like, he's just an emoji. He doesn't actually have, like, a proper visual. I don't think it needs the rhyme. We can put out down names. Ed will still be around, of course. But it's like, I don't want to use him as much because it's like, I realize like, he's technically not mine. If you know what I mean? Like, the emote is. The emote is definitely mine, but like, the original emoji isn't actually, like, I don't own that. Yes, we can name the new mascot. Let's move him closer so people know what I'm talking about for people who are just tuning in. There we go, move him over here. That's a good spot for him. I don't think it would be his twin, though. After the stream is over, I can probably like sketch up a quick version of this little guy. Oh my god. Well, thank you for stopping by, stranger. I greatly appreciate you stopping by. That means more than the world to me. But anyways, we are naming a new mascot here. This little doodle that I got many, many moons ago. Because I don't want to replace Ed, of course. Ed is very special, but we need something that like we can put in more places, if you know what I mean. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Just shush. They're just another viewer. We don't know anything about who they are. Well, thank you for the Prime subscription, Novadon. Thank you very much. But yes, our previous mascot was Ed. In fact, I can bring him up here. This was Ed. He's very derpy looking. That's why I kind of like latched onto him, because he was so goofy with like the little like lip, and it's like It's like his face was like half drawn, like his nose, like you see the eyes are kind of 3D up here, but like this is all like 2D down here. It's very weird. It's like they kind of like twisted the perspective a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of why I latched onto him initially. Do you guys have any name suggestions for him? This little guy over here. Because I'm gonna definitely like redraw this guy a little bit later. But yes, thank you for stopping by, Wee Snake. It's more than appreciated. King of Fighters is a very fun game. Who do you play in there? If you don't say Geese Howard, I'm gonna be very sad. Mo? Like Mo Howard. That's actually a good one. Mo Howard. Mo or Mo Howard? The Mo-I. Wait, what's the Japanese word for eye? I should figure that. I should ask Mori. She might be watching right now. I don't think she can type though, but I think she's watching right now. I wish I knew the word for that, so we could go like Moe. Because he is very adorable. I could easily have like a little like sparkle emoji right next to him. It's you? What do you think is you? How do you spell it in Romanji? If Letty can give us the Japanese word for hi, that would be pretty clutch. It's just me? Oh, pronounced meh. Okay. Moeme? Moeme? We're getting somewhere. Moeme. I don't know how I feel about the ring of that, but I think we're definitely getting somewhere with like mixing languages here. Yeah, it's not quite as good, but but like I said, we're getting closer here. Oops, I lost it in chat. Thank you for stopping by, Citrus Catastrophe. Don't worry. I will have a good stream. I don't think I'm going on too much longer. I think after we figure out a name for this guy, I think we're gonna end it off there. Moeme? I might have to hold a vote on Twitter for it, maybe? What's no? Lil Mo. I just got a good one. I think I just came. My brain. The brain. There we go. That's a banger of a name, Tuffy. Because Moai are actually made out of volcanic rock called Tuff. So Tuffy, it's a perfect little name for him, and it sounds cute. That might be the perfect name, is Tuffy. That's the big brain. That's the knowledge right here. That's the knowledge part of my name coming into effect. That is the perfect name, is Tuff. Is there anything else I should try and name while I have you all here in one place? I wonder. I don't think there's anything else I need to go over right now. I know the debut streams aren't actually supposed to be that long. Usually they're only about an hour or so, and I'm well over that time. I'm just happy to have you guys all here and talking to me. It's good hanging out with you guys. Yes, Tuffy. He is adorable. I think Tuffy is the one that wins. So, new mascot name is Tuffy, and Moiglyph is our new art tag. Yes, I'm happy you made it here as well, Letty. I'm grateful to have you here especially, along with everyone else who came out here. But yeah, like the reason why I want a new mascot is like stuff that I can like put in little art, I guess. Like maybe in the future merch. Who knows? Who knows if we'll get that far. Yes, like the whole point of the stream was like it's a very atypical debut, but I just wanted to like do this as like a big thank you to everyone who has supported me and helped me get to this point. Honestly. Anyways, who should we raid? You know, I keep hearing that the Vine Boom at the end of this little track here, and I keep thinking that's a new follow because it's the same sound as my follower alert, which I might have to change, or I might have to change that part of the BGM, possibly. But yes, let's see. I think we should actually go raid Bella, actually. That might be a good idea. Let's see what they're doing. Bella's a good friend who I want all of you to support. She does pretty great and a very adorable art style. Yes, it's definitely, yeah, Doom Eternal soundtrack is very chill. Very chill. I also want something that's kind of my own, though, just for, like, copyright issues, of course. Yeah, let's see here. Where is the raid button? Yeah, copyright is pretty lame. Alright, well, I thank you all for coming out here. We're gonna go raid Bellashu now, so... It was a very great stream. I'm thankful to have you all here, and we'll look forward to many more adventures in the future.
Yo, there's the man. You know, alright, so I wasn't gonna, so I wanted to stream today, and I was like, okay, but I wanted to finish your fan art, because I was doing it during the stream, and I didn't get it done in time, so now I'm gonna do it instead. I'm gonna do the draw this in your style. Since you're here now, you know. May as well finish it on stream. Thank you for the raid. Yo, I've been raided. Twitch has not updated it. Yo, there we go. What's up, people? There's the epic people. See, I was doing this while you were streaming, and I wanted to finish it, but I didn't get to finish it in time. I wanted to finish it. But now I can. And you get to watch now. I call this a win-win. The only time of day I can even stream anyway. It's almost 12 in the morning. Kill me. Alright, hold on. Here we go. So like I'm doing. I think I'm doing. So we're not gonna talk about the legs. That's why they're covered. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're gonna finish this fan art at least. I had some ideas, and then we're working on this afterwards. I'm working on this afterwards, but we're doing this right now. Maybe I'll do muscles after. This is helping me learn muscles. To be fair, you're helping me learn to make muscles because muscles are hard. Thank you for the raid, though. I appreciate it. I hope the stream was good while I was there, so I know it was good. The debut was really good, actually. You just hit us straight up with the history knowledge. I'm like, bro. History man, let's go. You're gonna teach me how to make muscles. I'm gonna learn how to draw muscles properly now because of you. I feel like I really need to give you proper thing. There we go. Alright, shading's hard. Wait, can you guys hear me? Yo. Oh wait, a second. Oh yeah, Lifer, thank you for the follow, by the way. Okay, cool. What's your opinion on this so far? Did I do you any justice? I feel like I should have drawn something. Yo, you typing up Twitter? As you should. I feel like I haven't done you properly, and you deserve me to draw you properly, so I'm going to do it. And I thought this would be like a perfect setting for you. Though I still can't do legs, so we're just gonna cover those with leaves, if you don't mind. I realize me painting you actually is a lot easier than me trying to sketch it out. For some reason. I don't know why, it's just how it is. It just be like that. Honestly, it just be like that. I'm trying my best. I want to do you justice. Yeah, painting, I realize like I can't draw you like sketching wise. I need to paint you because it's just easier to block in all the things and paint from there. But you're teaching me how to make muscles. I call this a win-win. I get anatomy practice. Anatomy practice.